Hey guys and gals, let's hop on the Explorer train by LEGO City. This is set number 60470. Contains 1,517 pieces, retails for $209.99. The set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. Well, obviously before we can hop on, we're going to have to unbox it, but first, let's take a look here. So obviously got ourselves some cars, some kind of zip line, and it comes with the remote control, but sadly batteries are not included. Boy, doesn't that bring back memories. And it's powered up, ready to go. So well, without batteries, we're going to have to supply those. And let that focus in there. That's the minifigures we get with this set. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Oh. I'm whacking the camera around. Let's take a look at the back with the various features. So it looks like we could use the included remote, or it looks like you can use a smart device. Looks like we get 3 cars with this train. And maybe a little area like a dock. And maybe a snow shack and all sorts of stuff. Boy, doesn't this look fun? Always like to see what kind of pieces we get during the unboxing, but it may be in paper bags, we don't know. Let's cut all this tape open here. It's sealed to guarantee that we have all the parts in the box, hopefully. And yeah, come on, unbox so we can go down the train, take a train ride. Alright, so here we go. I can't wait to see this. But the box is being stubborn today. Alright. Oh, well, obviously we won't be able to see a whole lot in here, huh? Alright. Well, we know there's 11 bags so far, but they're... You know what I'm going to do here? Let me just set them out on this. I want to see how it's packed. That's why I call this the unboxing. Many don't even do this, so I'm doing it. Boy, how did they get that in there, huh? Do they do this? Let's take that out then. Now, when I do the unboxings on big sets, we do the whole enchilada here, including me whacking the camera. Well, let's open this up. And also, I do the unboxings like this. Some people want to know how many bags there are. How's the set packed and all that stuff. That's why I do them. Some just do a speed unboxing and that's it. Well, here we do the full flavor. I don't want you to miss out. Okay. I wonder if there's donuts in there. It's like one of those boxes that they pack pastries in. Oh, there's more bags. Alright. Well, that's the important one, and I think that's a Brick Separator. Well, I hope for $209 there should be one in there. Alright, so we get several tracks. Well, how are they stuck together? Oh, it's got those little these little nails you got to pull out. We'll do that later. And it's like a couple of random bags of mountain pieces and chassis. Okay. Now I'm always looking for train tracks, as I want to build a custom train eventually on this channel. Full-fledged custom train, maybe a full tutorial, I don't know yet. Power box. I don't have any of the newer power function stuff, so that's cool. So at least we know all that. So pretty much this is a complete train in the box except for the batteries, but it's a good thing because sometimes batteries leak. It's like this is the train motor. I have one for the old power functions, but now this one would be fine. Okay, we'll put that back in there for safekeeping. Okay, a 16 by 16 stud plate. Well, here's the remote. Too bad they didn't have this in a bag. Honestly, this one's kind of packed sloppy, as you can tell. And some curved tracks. So it's enough. They give you just enough in here to make a circular. or just kind of like an oval. I may have to save this box for putting Christmas gifts in. Okay. Now, it's a city set, so I'm prepared there may be stickers. Well, let's see if we can open that up. Oh, we get several building guides, so I have a feeling that this is going to be a group build. Okay, well, I don't see any stickers so far. That's even better. Yeah. That's not too bad. Obviously, that's going to be the fun one there. And that's the important one. 2 and 3. Oh, we do have stickers. That's not too bad for what we're getting there. And of course, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, not too bad at all. Alright, it's that time. Build preview. So, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 in this bag here, so I'm thinking about splitting this up probably into 2 installments. Like I did with the City Tower, we're going to try to keep these on a small note, but I'll go through that later. And yeah, we'll have to manage that. Bags 2 and 3 don't seem too bad. We'll probably do that in 1 installment there. Obviously this one, but we'll see how fast it goes. I kind of want to keep these kind of on the smaller side, so I think I'm going to just clock or time myself. We found out there's 11 bags and a bunch of stuff. This is pretty much an all-in-one train set. You have to provide the batteries, which I'm going to have to get a screwdriver to pull this apart. Looks like it uses a Phillips. Yeah, we'll do that when the time comes. I will have it in the description on what batteries we're going to need. And I'm setting everything off camera right now because I'm going to start sorting these in order. And just by first impressions, we're going to go into depth while I'm sorting this. This looks like a very fun build. Very fun. Well, for $209, it better be fun, but we'll find out eventually how fun it's going to be. And yeah, what I checked, it looks like it has 11 bags. But I'm gathering this as a group build, so you could build with the family and you can all have fun together. And today is, I'm trying to think here, June 21st, 2025. And okay, I got that off there. And I don't think we need any tracks, so we'll put these away. And these are just held in with these little things right here. You'll just have to really pull these out. And those are hard to get out. You'll probably have to get a brick separator to kind of pull them out, or a pair of needle nose pliers. It's like we get 16 of these and 4 of the straight tracks. I don't have a lot of train tracks, so that'd be kind of cool. We got some chassis pieces. I know I'm rehashing what we did in the unboxing because I'm tacking the unboxing onto this one. So this is part of the train motor. I have one, but it won't work with this power function set. And yeah, you're going to have to get a screwdriver. I'll have to get my jeweler screwdriver set out so I can undo those little screws. Here's a piece that I don't have any of. Or this one here. So I don't have any of these type of train tracks. Chassis and mountain pieces. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff here to go through. Let's get everything prepared here, as you know what time it's going to be here. We're going to be doing the fun stuff now. So there we go. You know what's going to happen now. But yeah, for the most part, it looks like a very exciting build. And don't worry, I've already scanned that. Well, let's begin. Let's build it. Bag 1. We got to start somewhere, right? So this part right here feels like any ordinary Lego City set. And train sets are expensive regardless, so that's to be expected. Now, I'm not much of a train guy at all, but trains are cool because they're pretty much the only thing you can motorize in a Lego City. And if I can get about 2,500 pieces of track, we will take a train tour of my property. How about that? But I don't have that many track pieces. I have a bin full of them, but, well, I'll probably have to get a larger bin after that. And my intent is to really go and do custom trains, at least try to build one. And let me drop this box off because it's about to fall on the floor. And we don't want any accidents in here because that'll start a bunch of drama. Alright, so now we can finally get to this. This light, I notice this camera has a light over here too. I guess it wants you to know it's recording. Alright, so it kind of tells you what part is going to be put in there. Well, at least Lego didn't silhouette that out. We're going to put together the minifigure. And, you know, this is another large set in terms of size and both length, the amount of parts. So I got to find a place to do this one. This one's going to be tough to film just because I do not have a place to really film this, so may have to do it in the kitchen, and I hope everybody's going to be gone when I do that because I don't want somebody coming in and ruining it, especially when they come in and start doing gross things and cussing up a storm. And then we give him his cowboy hat, so that's what he looks like, but he's got a tile in here that's printed. First I gotta find it. That's kind of an interesting part there. I'm holding it right. Imagine putting that on a camp map. So he's got himself a map and he's got 2 axes, so we gotta find those now. Put these in his hands. Yeah, we'll be here for about 20 minutes doing the minifigure. And as I look at the statistics, I know some people, they'll watch the minifigures and then they'll skip to the next section. And there's certain minifigures like the Simpsons I'll go after. But these are kind of like your garden variety city figures here. Now if I can get that in his paw there, it'd be fine. I've been parting out a bunch of sets, so I've been really going through things, cleaning things up. And there we go. So he's ready to go mine some ice. Isn't that cool? So he's done. Okay, looks like we're starting to build here the main model, and look, this is even printed. Hey, at least Lego now is learning. They're not making us put those on there on those round pieces. Yeah, we're going to put together some tracks in here too. So this is going to be a long one. I'm going to try to keep these about 20 to 30 minutes. I found out that'd be more of a sweet spot. So that's my intent, is to keep these as small as possible. It's easy for me to edit, and it's easy for you to digest and watching instead of watching an hour-and-a-half video. Of course, I could talk about it now. By the time I get to this, it's already released. That Nike Dunk shoe, I did that. Those installments were a little lengthy. I'm still not even done editing it yet, but they were lengthy because I didn't want to break that. That was one build I thought, well, I'll just keep it in family or group builds. I may end up doing it with this one too, just keep everything with building guides, unless it just seems a little overwhelming. You know, that kind of thing. But we'll see how well it goes. like it's a chassis for the I don't know what they call those, a bobcat or something? I have no clue. But the goal about this channel is we're going to build it and see how the set goes together. Is it something that you're interested in? If it is, then there you go. And I can show you how it's put together. You know, some people watch these and they're like, oh, I don't want to build something that elaborate. Yeah. And that's pretty much what this channel's for. I'm looking, oh, there it is, the cattle bumper. Okay, whoops, I almost put that out the wrong way. So it goes like that, and they want you to swing it down like that. You know what I forgot to do, folks? Put the ring light on the camera. So right now my memory cards are pretty full. I mean, like right now I'm on borrowed time because I have to get a bunch of sets filmed. I really haven't even done tutorials as I'm going to be swamped for a while on these, but that could lead to some more fun, exciting projects. Let me tip this down just a little bit for you there. And yeah, so today I'm going to be trying to get done with a bunch of editing projects. Right now I'm processing part 2 of the shoe, and I'm still working on that big giant city tower. I'm doing part 6 right now, and a friend set, all at one shot. So yeah, I'm pretty much my schedule's overloaded right now. And some are probably, well, how do you handle all that? I don't know. I'm really surprised. I got to figure that out. And yeah, no, before I forget, thank you everyone for being contributors to my main channel. I really do appreciate it. It motivates me to do more videos like this, and that's a way to say thank you. Thank you to my subscribers and commenters. I appreciate it. You know, every little bit helps. Even commenting on my videos, it just shows me that you care and you're interested in the builds. And I always appreciate it, especially for Janet and Snowy. I always remember their names because they're always commenting, so maybe you'll be one of those too. And I want to thank my customers on Patreon for downloading my building guides, as well as our my Rebrickable store, as well as Patreon. So I'm always appreciative of that, because I have a feeling that we're going to be doing a mirror on this, but I always appreciate everybody doing it because it motivates me to do more videos than just sitting here and not doing anything. So I thank you once again, especially especially when you have to put it with my rants too. So I have a feeling this one goes on this side, so that's what you'll be doing there. Well, did I mess up royally, or is that not how that's supposed to go? That one's there, but you know what I did? I put it up backwards. Well, I should have just waited, huh? Okay, sorry about that. Had to check a video. Okay. Hey, I'm busy today. I got so much to do, and in addition to that, I got to paint another door in my house, so I've been slowly getting that done. And this goes on here. Okay, it's even with the front. You think that had been up there, but they want, I remember seeing it in here, this right here. Okay. I thought you were on mute. Well, now you are. I don't need to be having noises going off while I'm building and being interrupted. It's not fun. Yeah, so building this, hopefully we'll feel extra cold putting this one together. Well, that's kind of cool how the headlights are like that. That's kind of cool. What's going to be a killer on this one is putting all those little track pieces. We haven't even got to the heart of the build yet. So, and I know these sets are expensive for some. I do agree. Lego is pricey. It's not cheap. But for some builds, you're getting a heck of a build. I know some people have been asking about the Krusty Burger. Am I going to get that? I'm thinking about placing a request offer, a review offer for it. But before I do, I want to get some of these sets reviewed first. So you may not even see that until well towards the end of the year. But that's what I'm doing now. And I think I only have like a few more days to submit a request in. But I'm already full of sets right now, so I can't. Now at least that's printed. So at least I'm being honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I just swamped with extra stuff. I don't want to give myself more work than I can handle. There's a lot of black pieces in here all in one bag. Might be using these for handlebars. Matter of fact, that'd be kind of cool to use those for plane controls, like for an airplane, because they're using them in here like that. Yeah, I'm finding out more and more. I'm pretty much the only channel that does these full builds. There's some out there that said they're going to do it. And the thing is, we need more people who document Lego builds. Because it's not just me doing all this. You could do it too, and you may have a different way you build things. Okay, we got to build 2 of these now, which are the tracks. So we're going to start the tracks now. Alright. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. I sound all tired. I only got about 6.5 hours. Nobody really could sleep here last night. No, nobody was keeping us up, and my nephew was dragging his rear because he stayed up and played video games, and only had 2 hours of sleep before he had to go back or go for an 8-hour shift at work. And I thought, well, I'm glad it ain't me. Glad it ain't me. Because today's Saturday and I don't want to deal with work. You know, that's coming around the corner here. And I notice I really don't hear the autofocus through the microphone on this thing, which is pretty cool. Yeah, but these 4K videos are just kind of brutal. So I'm using 2 to 3 computers to just do why did I do that? Just to do multiple files at one time. I got a cloud storage thing that I've set up, so yeah, it's been kind of a help. Yep. Remember, we got to do 2 of them, so we got to times that. Okay, so we'll put those together. Whoa, where are you going? And before I was ready to paint the door, I was wondering where the tape went because I'm masking off the hinges and stuff. This is a fire door. It's just too heavy to take off its hinges, and I hate when people move stuff around, you know. Okay, well, look what we have to do here. That doesn't look fun at all whatsoever. So you start with 2 of them first, and then you got to do another 21 of these. So really, how many are there? That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, this would be a little easier here. Okay, we're going to do, first I'm going to just do this so I don't lose count. We're going to put 3 here first. Then we're going to bring it down into 20. And I'm just going to make groups of 5. Now, you could do yours any way you want, but I found out it's just easier to do things in small groups. Yeah, and if you want, you can fast forward. I could just pause the video and edit this out. Now, I always get that question asked, Jay, why don't you build some World War II stuff, like tanks and stuff? There's enough wars going on. We don't need to be building any of that junk on here. I'm sorry if you're into that theme, but for me, no, I'm gonna stick with making campers, travel trailers, vacation stuff, houses, cars. I mean, too much of that going on. Okay, so I got 2 of these made. And so we need to make 20, we need 4, be 5 per thing, so you got to make 10 of these in total. Remember, we got to do both of them. This looks like bulk of the build is going to be this. But yeah, I really do appreciate the you know, for you guys and gals who take the time out to comment and send donate. I gotta think of a name for the donation thing. You know, I call it more of a donation thing, but what would I call it though? Surfs Up? I know another channel calls it beer donations, but I don't drink beer, so I gotta think of some. Brick donations? Well, I don't really buy any, it's mostly for times. I don't know, I gotta think of a name for it. You know, I just call it contributors to the cause of me building this stuff so I can share my thoughts and put you to sleep. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just kind of... See, I already almost got one of these done here. Well, we can put one together, huh? Well, we'll save that for when we're done here. And, I have 42 minutes left. Alright. And I still... I'm almost done proofing a friend set. And that's 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. We got to go up to 40 here. I'm working on one of those smaller friend sets. So videos on this channel are going to be just all over the place right now. I'm going to try to keep them consecutive. When Lego did send this out early, some people asked me, why does Lego send it out late? It wasn't Lego's fault. It was stuck in customs. Matter of fact, when I was going through the box, it just had it right there on hold for about 4.5 weeks. Yeah, this would have been done 4.5 weeks ago, so who do I blame? Lego sent this stuff early. So there's going to be a lot of gaps in videos right now. Because there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Okay. This is going to be a lengthy video. I'm trying to keep them low here. That's why this one's in probably its own bag. And we only have like 2 of these remaining here. That's not too bad. And then now we're going to have to put all these sections. So I'm just going to take one of these 3s and just put 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now Lego's kind enough, they give us a 1-to-1 thing. So we could set that down there. And that's pretty close, isn't it? Right there. So we know that's right. And yeah, if you want to build these pretty efficiently, just break them down into smaller sections. Like, okay, build 5. You know, it's easy to count 5, 10, 15, 20. We had a remainder of 3 there, so that goes on the end. And okay. And then now we wrap it around these. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is find the hooks. And like that. So if you're one of those that inclines to build a war tank, that's pretty much how you put these together. But for me, I'll use them for making tractors and stuff. So now, I mean, they roll. And then now they go on here. Well, that's pretty easy. At least they're keyed. And you just slip these right in here. See how I got my fingers in right there? So I'll do it again. I'm just going to tip it in, make sure it's lined up, and just take my thumb and my pointer finger and just pop it in like that. And that looks like that's it. So we can't go for a train ride yet, but I'll tell you one thing though, this is pretty interesting so far. We didn't do a whole lot in this installment. But I think that's it. And that's not too bad for what we have there. And we didn't even touch the stickers. But there's not a whole lot on that, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want to know what you think so far. And yes, it does come with the Brick Separator. And I'm pretty pleased with it.